Total War for here with the first ever The Dawnless Days campaign on the channel. The Dawnless Days is War of the Ring overhaul mode for Total War Attila, one of the most ambitious projects ever undertaken by modders for any Total War game. A decade in the making and hundreds of people working on it, and today we have a beautiful opportunity to play it in open beta. There are 9 factions to choose from, including iconic factions of Rohan, Gondor, Woodland Realm of Elves, Dwarves of Erebor, and Orcs of Mordor and Isengard. And we are going to be playing as Gondor, as this is the faction you guys overwhelmingly voted for. Now, this campaign will be slightly slower paced than our usual campaigns. The goal is not to defeat Mordor and win as quickly as possible, but instead we'll let the campaign unfold naturally while we explore the world, dive into the lore, and learn the mechanics as we go. We are playing on legendary difficulty, as that's what we do. Let's dive right in. Before we get started, a huge shout out to the channel members. Your support keeps these campaigns going. If you'd like to join and get perks like early access to upcoming series, hit the join button next to subscribe.
Minas Tirith, the Tower of God. For long years, the bulwark of the West had kept the shadows of Mordor at bay. But now the enemy stirs again, with renewed strength. Even now, legions of orcs pour forth from the gates of Minas Morgul. Osgiliath is not held against them, and Orien will soon be overrun. Our forces are stretched thin, as Gondor's borders are long. From the southern sea, the corsairs of Umbar threaten our shores, seeking to pillage and plunder the western fiefdoms. Perhaps, should the crossing of the Underwind fall, it would be wise to rekindle old alliances and light the beacons. Summon the Rohirrim to bolster your forces when they are most needed. The minions of the Dark Lord are gathering for the final hammerstroke, yet not all hope is lost. Whispers spread of the return of the king. We shall rise again, take back what once was ours, and cleanse the east and south of Sauron's allies. Gondor must stand.
Alright, here we are. Gondor must stand. Kingdom of Gondor begins the campaign in a diminished state, both economically and militarily. Borders exposed to orcs and corsairs alike. You have but a few fleeting turns to prepare yourself for the upcoming tide. Now, this is important to pay attention to. Essentially, we're being told absolutely brutal attack is coming very soon indeed. Okay, the mission is reach this level of dominance, 10. And this is our victory objective, yeah? And we win by increasing good influence above 50% in all these provinces. Mordor Heartlands, Moria, Misty Mountains. That is going to be very tough. These are all, most of them are far away and held by enemies. So, here we are. Oh, just look at our beautiful capital of Minas Tirith. It looks absolutely amazing. 7 concentric circles of walls. The White Tree of Gondor at the top. Absolutely beautiful, much prettier than the scrappy Minas Morgul just opposite to us. And then we have Osgiliath, the old capital of Gondor, currently in ruin, and Caer-Andros, the third city of the province, a fortress on the island on River Anduin, guarding northeast entrance into Gondor. Essentially, our geography will dictate our strategy. We are over here, southwest of the continent, protected, at least to some extent, by Bay of Belfalas to the south, with the White Mountains to the north separating us from our allies Rohan, a sea and the neutral faction of Druedain to the west, and with our mortal enemy Mordor to the east. There are some other factions we know. Harandor, what used to be South Gondor, to southeast of us, between Gondor and Harad to the south. This faction is neutral for now, but relationship with them is in tatters, and the war is only a matter of time. And then the Corsairs of Umbar to the south, who are at war with us. So we have 2 enemies already, third one in the making, an ally in Rohan, guarding our north, and that's all we know for now. However, we can tell from the map that there are very interesting developments to the north. There's Isengard here, southern edge of the Misty Mountains. By the looks of it, they are getting ready for war. This is Fangorn, the brutal forest populated by brutal plants, and the Golden Wood, Lorien, and the Moria is over here. And this is us. We have 4 conflicting priorities to begin with. The most important one, set up our defenses against the onslaught from Mordor. We have 2 crossings on the River Anduin we need to defend. This is the biggest river on the continent. It goes all the way from the north all the way to the bay, and it's impassable below Osgiliath. Just look how massive it is. And we have 2 choke points, 2 crossings to defend. Osgiliath, our old capital, and Caer-Andros. Mordor, on the other hand, has Minas Morgul, entrance from the west, and Moranon, the Black Gate, the entrance from the north. We could attack through them, but we are not even close to be able to do that. We are weak. Just look at this. Boromir with 5 units, the Prince Imrael with 2 units, and Faramir with 4. 11 units in total, and we only make 1900 gold. This is pathetic. We have 18 regions, big massive piece of land, 6 provinces. However, they are very much underdeveloped. We have this population surplus in every province and only basic buildings, so we have 4 conflicting priorities. The most important one is to defend from the onslaught from the east. Then we need to lift our economy from ruin to afford more troops. We also need to increase control over our land. Control is similar to public order. We can see we are losing 6 from difficulty level and 2 from focuses, which is essentially this, a withering of the white tree, which giving us a penalty to a research rate, control or public order, tax rate and construction cost. Pretty bad. And we get all sorts of bonuses from buildings, characters and the likes. However, other than in our heartland, the province of Anorian, all our other provinces are losing control to an extent of 7 per turn. This is actually pretty devastating because in only 15 turns they will all rebel at the same time. So this is our 3rd priority, and the 4th one, the least important for now, but at some point it will become crucial, is to defend our southern flank from Corsairs of Umbar. Okay, we are going to focus on the defenses first and foremost, as if this fails, nothing else matters. Boromir, you buddy, are going to get into Osgiliath, set up defenses here, and Faramir is going to stay in Ker Andros. Now, a difficulty here is twofold. First of all, we have 2 strongholds to defend. This already means we need to split our forces. In addition, Minas Morgul is just a short walk away. They also have a mighty garrison here, of absolutely brutal tier 2 and 3 units, and they can strike either settlement by surprise, which means they can concentrate forces while we have to split ours. Very, very uncomfortable situation to be in. So we need to bulk up, and we need to bulk up fast. But we can't overdo military recruitment, as once we lose our income we won't ever be able to develop our economy. So we need to strike a very fine balance between developing our lands and increasing our military. So what do we start with? Let's have a look if you have any resources. Right, we have plenty of resources in our land, but probably not all of them are developed. Okay, so we have iron deposit in Tarnos, already developed, giving us nice gold and some small recruitment reduction. Then we have gold in Ethring, but it's not developed. So let's expand this and build gold veins. This building is beautiful. Look at this, 250 gold from mining and 2% bonus faction-wide from commerce. Now, this might not be a lot, 2% might not be a lot early on, but once we actually have plenty of commercial buildings going on, this will add up to a really nice income. So let's grab it. And the payback on the initial cost of 1300, it's only 5.5 turns. This is beautiful. Grab it. Looks like tier 2 of this is even better. 500 gold, excellent. Then 750 and 1000. Okay, but they cost increasingly more, while giving the same flat benefit in wealth, so it will make less and less sense to develop it further. Next, timber in Kalembel. Let's expand it and build it. What does it do? Old growth forest. 1100 to build, gives us 20 tons of timber, so this is something we can export and make money from trade. Reduces construction cost in this province and faction-wide by a slight amount. Also increases wealth from industry. Excellent. Let's build it. Oh, construction time minus 5% for main settlement buildings. Now 5% is close to nothing. Even if we max it out, it's only going to be 20%. So instead of 5 turns, we'll build in 4. But this is very far away, yeah? Okay, then we have fours in Kanfarov. They are already developed, excellent. And lastly, wine in linear. What does it do? Oh, +1 control. Yeah, that's very useful. 20 barrels of wine to export. Beautiful. A little bit of food and wealth from agriculture. Okay, grab it. That leaves us with 4.2k. It makes sense for Middle Gondor to be our most important province in terms of economy. Of course, the most important will always be Anorian with our capital and strongholds on river crossings. But in terms of economy, Middle Gondor seems like a perfect place to develop first and foremost, because we have treble resources here and already nicely developed population. Okay, so let's expand Tarnos. It only costs 2 pop and see what we have available here. Fields give a little bit of food and a little bit of wealth. What's our fertility level here anyway? Fertility is good, 4, so that's not too bad. But we don't actually need food at this stage. We have 134 surplus, and the province itself has +20. Okay, now, We do have small boost from industry and agricultural buildings in this province, thanks to iron. So we would benefit slightly more, but what else is here? Okay, so by the looks of it, we don't actually have many ways to increase control. We could build watchtower, but it's outrageously expensive, and it gives bigger garrison, which we absolutely don't need right in the middle of our country. And the only other one is actually monument, and it's only +1. We need to generate +7 control to offset the negatives we have, yeah? This will be very tough. What is more, we don't need this recruitment camp, yeah? It costs us 100 gold per turn. And doesn't actually do anything other than unlocking some units that we don't even care about, yeah? We will be recruiting in the east, in Anorian. So let's scrap it, make place for better economic buildings, and the most flat wealth we can get is this, urban industry. We'll get 210 thanks to the bonus from iron, yeah? So let's grab it. We have another 3k. Before we do anything else though, how about speaking to our friends and allies, Rohan? Well, we can trade with them for up to 434 gold. This seems absolutely brilliant. Our economy is only making 2000. So this will bump it by 20% if you can strike this deal with them. Let's see if they are willing. Willing, ready and able by the looks of it. Excellent. How about you pay us 1200? No. 900? Moderate, let's try. 300. Are you kidding me? This is not enough. We have resources you don't. You need to pay up, man. Nice. 600 gold and a trade worth another 430. Relationship is improving mightily now. Excellent. How is Rohan doing anyway? I also have a big piece of land. Capital of Edoras and the brutal fortress of Helmsteep, Hornburg. Nice. They also have Isengard to worry about. And they are exposed to the east, to Mordor as well. Although we'll take the blunt of the strike. There are these big massive marshes protecting Rohan, but not so much protecting us. Okay, so, should we recruit? Before we build anything else, I think we need at least one horseman. Cavalry is extremely important in dealing with enemy ranged units, archers and the likes, and running down routing enemies, so they don't come back. So let's grab one horseman. And we still have 2900 to build stuff, which means 2 buildings. What is this? Traveler's Lodge, okay. Enables agent recruitment rangers. That's probably spies, yeah? How many agents can we have anyway? Where can we see this? Okay, so they went away with cap on armies and fleets. We can have unlimited number. We can have 1 of each agent and 1 governor. Speaking of governors, we should probably delegate someone, yeah? We have Denethor, the Steward of Gondor here, with massive authority, giving him control in governed province. Control essentially being public order, makes him a perfect candidate for a governor. Also has got growth and authority, not too bad. What is authority though? Okay, this is the control stuff, excellent. So with him we are gaining +6 morale for commanded force, which is essentially his bodyguards if the provincial capital is attacked. +5 public order and 8 influence of Dunedain kingdoms, which is essentially our culture, just to offset corrupting influence from Mordor. Okay, he seems like a perfect man for the job, so appoint him as a governor of Anorian, of course, as this is where most of the action will be taking place. Do it. And we also have some offices here. We need to start the way it works with Attila, as you need character to climb the ladder, so to speak. So everyone needs to serve as a counselor first before they can become high commander and then work their way up. In Attila you also have age requirement, but by the looks of it they went away with this, which is for the better. So we are going to do one at a time, because normally you get increased chance of this promotion failing if you try multiples. Going to start with Boromir, as that's what Denethor would do, yeah? Nominate him. And how is Boromir doing anyway? Level 5 command, excellent. Campaign movement range and commander's aura boost. And at level 7 we get night battles on land and sea, essentially knight commander, excellent. We want to bump him to 7 command as soon as we can. He's not a very good governor, but he has some authority, so he would not be the worst. Although his 5 command means he's predominantly a military leader. Captain of the White Tower. Legendary cannot be upgraded. Okay, so these traits are fixed, yeah? Probably they can't disappear. You probably can still get new ones, depending on how you behave. Gondorian Patriot. Governed province control bonus. Okay, we don't care about. Oh, loyalty as well. So they could potentially deflect to Mordor if their loyalty is low enough. Where can we see loyalty anyway? We can't. There is no loyalty, yeah? There's only influence which we can spend on military actions, but there is no loyalty. So we don't need to worry about our generals reflecting over or seceding. Excellent. So, back to Boromir. Capable attacker. Okay, so he's a perfect general, yeah? And so is Faramir, by the looks of it. Command 6 and seasoned ambusher. Perfect. And then we have Prince Imrail, another decent general in the making that also has multiple bonuses to movement range. Excellent. Speaking of Imrail, he's rotting right now in his city of Dol Amroth, and he has beautiful cavalry bodyguards, very heavy shock cav, tier 4, elite unit, as well as this tier 2 heavy spear cav, princess sergeants. We should absolutely rush him to Osgiliath to reinforce Boromir. So, buddy, double time. If you end your movement in here, are you improving control? Press on. You probably won't, because you're still in the same province, yeah? So it's going to take you another 3 turns to arrive. Okay, press on. You know what? I'm just going to promote all of them right away. We don't know when Mordor will strike, so the sooner we do it, the better. Because they gain a little bit of command thanks to that. Okay, this guy, Duinir, also looks like a decent commander. Excellent. And the worst that can happen is some of them will have promotion refused and then will pay with Denethor's influence. It's not like we need influence for anything. I don't see us ever assassinating. We don't need to secure loyalty. By the looks of it, you can't even see generous loyalty, so it doesn't apply here. Embezzling funds, huh? Maybe we should do that. Ah, okay, so we can bring one of the other nobles into chain of command. Not going to do this anytime soon. Let's embezzle funds for now, yeah? See how much we can make. Basically trading our gravitas for cold hard cash. Do it. Okay, and that still leaves us 2900 gold to play with. Are any of these upgrades worth it? So, wharf, 100 gold, 20 food, yeah? Pretty decent building. And a tiny garrison of a single ship. Upgrading it to shipwright costs 2.5k, giving us nothing other than the bigger garrison and some experience. Okay, so we only want this, where we actually build a navy, because also it wipes out 100 gold we are making from wharf. It doesn't provide any gold. Alternatively, we can build harbor, giving us 40 foot and 212. Not too bad. However, this is very expensive for 2.5k, yeah? We can achieve 200 gold income from simply building another urban industry for only 1100. However, by the looks of it, upgrading this also isn't that great. We gain 200 gold from this, but only between 250 and 325 from the upgraded one. That also costs us growth and food consumption, while also being more than twice as expensive than the basic building, yeah? So by the looks of it, upgrades are less worthy. The benefit from upgrades is much smaller than from the basic building, yeah? In other words, we want to use all our population surplus and build level 1 buildings wherever we can before we think of upgrading them to level 2. Probably the only exception we'll make is for public order or control buildings, as this is deteriorating rapidly. Okay, let's expand Rovalas, as it only costs 1 pop. Do it. And build another urban industry. And Erach, get another one here. And we are out of money. Should we hire more is the question. Not yet. Every turn we delay recruitment is a turn we don't have to pay upkeep. Let's try to get a couple of more buildings going on next turn and then we'll recruit. And lastly, we can also apply an edict here. We don't need influence. We have plenty in Anorian. We also don't need control. It's going up by 8 anyway. We have plenty of food. We're only recruiting a single unit, so 10% reduction isn't going to make big of a difference. So let's go for 20% tax rate. In fact, how expensive are these units to recruit? Okay, so bowman costs 440, and this horseman costs... okay. So if we want to recruit, let's say, a horse and treble archer, that will cost us about 2000 gold, so 10% discount is going to save us 200. Whereas if we apply 20% tax rate increase, we are going to make 20% of the base wealth here, which is very miserable indeed. 700 gold, so about 140. As not the end of the world. Well, it's not massive by any stretch. So it still makes sense to switch to the local mustering when you are about to recruit several units, but for now we'll just go with tax harvesting, yeah? Appointing new tax collectors, excellent. Okay, and how about science? Or focus, as it's called here. We already have this, enabling us tier 1 barracks, or recruitment camp. And this enables a blacksmith. Then we can go for attrition from weather and terrain reduction. Campaign movement range for navies, which is useless for us now. Morale for everyone and supply distributor. We don't even know what that is. or tier 2 barracks. It's tempting because the units we've got right now are pretty bad. I think this is more important. Corruption reduction and tax rate increase faction-wide is super powerful, so we're going to go for this. Okay, if we get all the tier 1 military tax, we get +1 control. That's useful. Nothing else gives control here, by the looks of it. Yeah, making a military tax pretty important, but look, even just getting all these is 15 turns, yeah? They are 3 turns each to research. Which will be too late, because we are going to get a massive wave of rebellions in about 15 turns, unless we find a way to stop it. Considering we can only have one governor, and the buildings increasing control are few and far between and very expensive as well, I don't see an easy way to stop the whole country from turning against us in a dozen turns or so. For now, we have our most important generals, where the action will be defending Osgiliath and Caer Andros fortresses. Let's press on and see what Mordor does. Funds appropriate. Oh, only 114 gold from embezzling? This is pathetic. I expected more of you, Denethor. You disappointed me. Okay, office secured for Imrail, Dunir, Boromir, and Faramir. We got lucky here. Excellent. Demolition complete. Crappy barracks scrapped. Excellent. And we have tax collection in place. So, our income is up to almost 3,000 gold. Just look at this ugly guy. Off-road, huh? Recruiting heavily. Okay, so how do these guys compare to our guys? General bodyguards, black shield bodyguards. These are the brutal orcs, yeah? Heavily armored. 42 attack, 47 defense, 36 weapon damage, 55 armor. Let's compare them to Boromir's bodyguards. Okay, so we have more attack, more defense, more armor, slightly less weapon damage. Overall, Boromir's are better. However, this guy, his bodyguards, he's got 140 guys, yeah? We only have 110. Numbers obviously matter. All in all, it could be pretty close. And then Mordor Orc Warriors. 225 of them. Tier 2 heavy axe infantry. Okay, so these guys are not as good as our Gondor swordsmen, but are better than our crappy militia, yeah? Yeah, this militia doesn't fill me with confidence at all. So it looks like orc units have more men per unit than we do, quite significantly so, and also looks like every tier higher means the unit size is smaller, yeah? We get 110 bodyguards, tier 4 units, 140 tier 3 infantry, tier 1 militia has 190 guys, yeah? So there's a trade-off, you get better stats, but at the cost of slightly fewer men each level up. It should still be worth it. Okay, they'll be at who knows how many. I wonder how many they can recruit, but also, Mordor is big and strong, yeah? And they are recruiting everywhere. The wave of attacks will come very, very soon. Can we delay recruitment? We know we can build watchtowers, yeah? We checked that before. They are actually pretty decent. Should we build one in Caer Andros and another one in Osgiliath? Problem with watchtowers is they cost a lot of money. Would rather delay them. Even delaying them by a single turn is going to save us 600 gold, yeah? It's greedy, but if we can survive the first attack without it, that would be ideal. I don't think we can, because they'll just bring a full stack. We have 5 units here, 7 the garrison. And Imrail is going to take another couple of turns. Once he's here, we will be fine. These 2 units of cavalry can make enormous difference. They can wipe out enemy bowmen and then recharge their main force once it's pinned in melee by our guys. Okay, so we scrapped the barracks here. What can we build instead? A supply station, interesting. So it consumes food, giving replenishment in the province. Movement range, attrition reduction on under siege, and wealth from agriculture. Okay, recruitment of supply wagon. Wonder what's that? We can't see until we build it, yeah? Seems interesting, but I'm not sure it's worth it. Definitely not here. If anywhere, it would be in Anorion, yeah? Now we could build another urban industry. We already have a few of them here, though. Monument? Probably not. Definitely not blacksmith. Plus, we don't have a tech. How about this city center? We can upgrade it to hall, giving +2 control. This is the only public order building, yeah? And upgrading it to tier 3 for +4 control requires tech here, which is super far away, 40 turns. So the best we can get is a single hall in each province, giving +2, and then we need to spam these crappy monuments. And if we turn them into burial grounds, we get another +2. So the best we can... we need enormous investment to pacify these provinces, to increase our control, to stabilize them. This is not going to work unless we find a better way. Look, to obtain more than 7 control, to offset this, we would need a city center upgraded into a hall and 3 monuments upgraded into burial grounds. That's 14,000 gold plus massive food consumption that we also need to offset by building some foodstuffs. It's an enormous investment. We are not going to make it on time anyway. So we'll just need to deal with rebellions by the looks of it, unless there are some events that will help with this. And the worry is, all these provinces are losing public order or control at the same rate, so they'll all rebel simultaneously. We'll have a lot of fires to put out. Gonna build the center here. This is our most important province, so delaying rebellion here even a little bit is very valuable. And we already have a center here, so maybe we'll build Hull. This province is also important. We have a tier 2 harbor here, with our beautiful port of Pelargir. Yeah, build it. And we're out of money. Next turn, we recruit and build watchtowers. We shouldn't be delaying this any longer. For now, let's press on. Sons of the Steward. So Denethor needs to pick his favorite son. Well, goes without saying it is Boromir. If you want to be extra mean, who is Faramir? Trade gained cynical. I'm not sure what it does. It's probably negative, so we're going to go with it is Boromir, as that's what he would likely do. Okay, Mordor didn't strike, we also consider armies. Going to test the waters. By the looks of it, we were using less than 50% of movement. Attack Minas Morgul. This is a fake attack, yeah, we have no chance against the garrison, but let's see what they have behind it, yeah? This will give us some useful intel. Press on, Boromir. Okay, so it's just the garrison, but the garrison is mighty. These are all tier 2 and 3 units, plus elite general. We've seen these guys, yeah? Very, very strong garrison. We have no chance beating them. We need to bring a full stack of decent units to take this fortress. Going to retreat, but at least we can see Cirith Ungol as well, yeah? Right behind Minas Morgul. And by the looks of it, there are no armies further out. So potentially we have another turn. If we can see all the way here, yeah? This is surely going to cost a lot of movement to cross. By the looks of it, there are no roads here, yeah? So they'll be moving slowly. I wonder if they are going all the way around through Moranorn to attack Kerantros, but they could have just marched through here on this road, yeah? Either way, back to Osgiliath, and we are going to gamble and not build watchtowers or recruit for another turn, since we can now see they are not here, yeah? It might backfire badly, but we'll have Imrail here next turn, and we can always build a watchtower in a single turn, which means we can invest another 2.5k into economy. We now have all the resources online. Excellent. Has this impacted trade with Rohan? It did indeed, making 750 gold almost. Beautiful. How about people of Druedain? Can we trade with them? They still don't like us, yeah? No. Not too keen on us, huh? And what is this? Corsairs, huh? Mirland. They're only at war with us. Okay. We would prefer if they went to war with Harondor. Leave us alone. That's unlikely to happen. Although, you never know. They have a land border with Harondor. So maybe they'll pick them instead of us as their target. Okay, the last investment before we fully focus on military. We have 2600 gold. Could simply build a couple more of urban industries for another 400, which is always a very strong option. Or we could upgrade one center to a whole. For example here, in Linear. That's not giving us that much other than 75 gold and 2 control, huh? Corruption reduction as well. How about this corruption in these provinces anyway? Oh, 40%! We basically lose 40% of this income. Man, I didn't even realize it's so bad. With this in mind, actually, building halls makes a lot of sense. It not only reduces corruption in our province, but also in adjacent ones. Amazing. This is going to make us a lot of money. I didn't realize corruption is so bad, but with this being the case, halls make a lot more sense. If we build them everywhere, they'll be reinforcing each other. Beautiful. Okay, so let's spend money on that, and let's massively cross fingers that we have another turn before Mordor strikes. Let's press on. The favorite son. Trade gained favorite son. It is Boromir, of course, responds Denethor. Gondor's finest, my firstborn. He's not exactly the best parent, is he? Okay, still no sight of enemies here. I'm going to fake an attack on Minas Morgul again, yeah? Let's see what happens. Retreat? Yeah, back to safety, of course. Wait, we lose men here. How has this happened? Must be a swamp or something? Or do we just lose a few men by simply retreating? Which would be interesting. Okay, we still can see the enemies. This is might lure us into false sense of security, because if they appear with 2 stacks, it will be too late to do anything, yeah? And we've already spent 3 turns developing economy instead of recruiting. So perhaps now is the time. We already have nice income of almost 4,000 gold. So sparing a little bit of that, or in fact, a big chunk, improving defenses should now be a priority. Okay, so first and foremost, Imrail, come here. Can you reinforce from Minas Tirith? Of course you can't. Then get just behind Osgiliath. Yeah? Press on. And should we pass this sergeant over to Boromir? There is an advantage starting behind the enemy lines, but what might happen is we start actually on the other side of the battlefield. I'm going to keep them together. Just if we spawn next to enemies, he'll have better chance of surviving if he has another unit we can sacrifice to get him out of trouble. Soldiers of Gondor. Not much for you to do, guys, other than building some watchtowers and maybe recruiting more. I feel uncomfortable with Mordor pulling their armies away. It would be really good to have a spy in Morannon to see in advance if they are trying to sneak through the north. Gondor must stand. We're not going to march there, no way. They can absolutely destroy us if they have a stack there. Need to keep our generals in the fortresses, in the strongholds. So, we do it, right? It's time for watchtowers, guys. With heavy heart, because they are so expensive. But we are getting 3 units, including 1 really good Gondor bowman and 2 sword militias. If we were to recruit them, we would be paying more than 500 gold, yeah? We can get them for 300 in maintenance, which is essentially almost the same as building urban industry. Yeah, it's essentially the same money-wise, but we get a unit that we don't have access to, Gondor bowman. A really good one. Believe this is enabled by tier 3 archery range, yeah? And look how far away in the tech tree it is. 10 turns if we focus purely on military. And then we need 3 of them. 1 for archers, 1 for melee infantry, and 1 for cavalry, yeah? Gondor spear horsemen. Okay, this is all very, very far away. But even tier 2 barracks give us a bunch of new units. Hopefully better than the militia crap we have available now. So perhaps now is the time to focus on that, yeah? We'll also unlock blacksmith, which could be relevant, yeah? So let's go for fiefdom conscription system. And we'll build tier 2 barracks in Minas Tirith. Okay, so watchtower it is, yeah? With heavy heart because it's so expensive. We're building another one in Andros, meaning we are down to 1800 gold and our income will be reduced drastically next turn. Build 1 building and 1 building only. How about Hall in Belfalas? I think so. Getting this corruption under control seems pretty important. Or center rather. For now. And Hall in 1 turn. Okay, should we embezzle again? He's got a lot of influence and we don't really have anything to do with it, yeah? Maybe we should be embezzling every turn. It's not obvious that using that influence will result in any penalties. By the looks of it, all the other nobles have very little influence, so he will still be the main guy. Let him embezzle again, yeah? Do it. And let's move on. Unforeseen complication. Ugh. Man, you are so old, you have so much experience in this, you should be succeeding every time. Ah, disappointing. Oh, look at this, a 13 stack. Mordor, Orc, Warband and Pillagers. Okay, how about we go this way this time? Again, to test the waters if we can see behind Minas Morgul. We will still have enough movement to pull back, yeah? So let's do it. Yeah, now they get reinforced by the Gothmog, huh? And we can see what they have. Warband, Pillagers, Bow Rabble, Orc Rabble. Work sentries, huh? These guys will probably be tough to deal with. Okay. Just retreat. We can see they have no other armies around Kirifungol, so it is just this 13 stack. Back to Osgiliath. I don't think they can take us on with what they have. 13 units of low tier units is absolutely not enough to beat us here. Look at this garrison. The garrison alone can probably stop them. Now, what happens if we hide Imrail? Are we going to be reinforcing? You know what? I'm going to test something. Imrail is going to go into ambush. I'm going to pass him some units to appear weaker and lure the guy into attacking us. And we will test if we are still reinforcing the city if we are in the ambush stance behind it, yeah? He's got 13 units. I think we need maybe 11, 12 at most to beat him. And we already have 9, 10 in the garrison, yeah? So we're going to pass maybe 2 of these to Imrail to appear weaker. If we appear weaker, they'll attack with fewer troops, yeah? And if we build a full stack here, they'll just bring 2 full stacks instead, or attack Andros. So one way to manage this is to be just strong enough for them to be tempting to attack with a single stack, instead of bringing 2 to the table. Now, we might still need recruitment, yeah? We're not exactly strong enough here. And we are nowhere near getting this tier 2 barracks recruitment complex organized. That is 12 turns away plus like 3 turns to build it. So we need to handle what we have, which means recruiting militia. How these two compare? Medium axe infantry. Decent at crushing general bodyguards, yeah, because of their armor piercing damage. Armor piercing is only 9, okay. So they changed it compared to Attila. And the swords have armor piercing of 5. Okay, so axes are somewhat better at piercing armor, but not massively so. Although, over prolonged melee, this is going to make a difference. Especially against heavily armored units like general bodyguards. So having a single axeman to go around the enemy lines and try to chop down their general is actually pretty valid. Maybe we grab one of these guys, yeah? It's 130 gold in upkeep, not the end of the world. And then we need more archers. Bow militia is cheap and strong. How many do we need? We can only recruit 3 units, so let's grab 2. Time for saving money is gone. We need to bulk up fast. I fully expect them to have multiple stacks that we can't see. If they have at least 3 provinces and are recruiting in everyone, they can probably produce an equivalent to full stack almost every turn. Okay, now that we have a hole here, how has corruption changed in Lebanon? Down to 28%, and how does it look elsewhere? 32 here, 36 in Lamadon. Okay, we need more halls. It looks like potentially the most important building. Potentially even better than urban industry. So let's build one here in Dol Amroth, and that essentially eats the rest of our income. In which case, let's cross fingers they don't have another stack that can reach us and press on. Okay, they disappeared. Pulled back again. I don't like the looks of it. I'm going to test the waters again, yeah? There's no downside to it by the looks of it. Well, other than losing a few men per unit, but that is not a big deal. We need to see into their lands, and this seems to be the only way until we get a spy, yeah? So press on. Yeah, back to safety, man. Okay, so over here, there are probably some swamps that cause us to take attrition, even though we are on the road. Maybe you're not necessarily on the road right now. Get back to Osgiliath, yeah? Okay, I'm going to move him, Imrail, around here, in between the two... Oh, he's got amazing movement. In between the 2 fortresses, so we can shift him where we need him, and set an ambush behind one of them. Should we also give him more units? Well, this guy's already moved, so it's too late now, yeah? Prince Imrail, move here, and hide. Go into ambush. I really don't like the looks of it. Mordor should be striking, and they are not. They are scheming something ugly for us. Okay, how about we now expand Londgalen and build a town center here? Sounds like a good idea, yeah? Do it. We still have 2900, so we can do this again elsewhere. Let it be Kalembel. If we can get them in every single city, we might make more money from reducing corruption than from actually building more of just these urban industries. We'll see. Unassigned followers. Ooh, Denethor leveled up. Okay. And this is instead of general skill tree, yeah? We just get X, but that is somewhere in the background. Okay, so he's rank 2. Our other guys are also getting X by the looks of it, 1 per turn, just from sitting in a city, yeah? As the generals. And he gets 2 per turn, probably because he's a governor, yeah? So we get a follower. So the next rank requires twice as many experience points. Okay, as he's the governor, we should take something that ideally reduces corruption, increases control, although we don't necessarily need it in our capital, and reduces construction cost, which would make stonemasons the best pick, yeah? 5% construction cost reduction. Especially that this is the province we have the biggest, most massive buildings to build. They cost a fortune to upgrade, yeah? The Minas Tirith, the White Tree, the domes, that is all about 10k, so 5% reduction is 500 per building. Alternatively 3% tax rate, yeah? But our base wealth in this province is pretty poor, so while buildings are expensive, so we're going to save more in construction reduction than we're going to make money from increased taxes. At least at this stage. And then we're not interested in any of the military ones, so let's go with stonemason, yeah? Oh, look at this, they need to be in the office for 24 turns to complete their assignment as councillor. That is going to be pretty difficult. Require rank 2. Okay, we need to level them up to promote them to high commanders, but it's difficult if Mordor is not coming, yeah? I don't like the looks of it. Do we upgrade these watchtowers to outposts? That is another gigantic investment and costs another 300 gold in upkeep, plus reduces food by 20. but it upgrades the garrison from 2 militias and a bowman and the Gondor bowman to 2 militias, to a militia, Gondor bow, and 2 Gondor swords. Now Gondor swordsmen are amazing units, yeah? High mid tiers. They are very, very valuable. If we were to recruit these 4, we would be paying about 900 in upkeep. We get them for 600, so we are saving 300 gold. Of course they are fixed in place, they are tied to Osgiliath, but this is the place most likely to be attacked, yeah? I don't want to do it, it's very expensive. How about we build instead an inn and get a spy? That could be pretty useful. Also we're just... our control is only dwindling by 2 here. How has this? It used to be -7, yeah? We built hall. Characters 1. Natural tendency 1. What is this? Okay. This wasn't showing before, yeah? Do we get this everywhere? Natural tendency. Okay, so as we are restoring order, perhaps people just want to restore order naturally and start to behave better. We've reduced it. And characters 1. This is from the Steward of Gondor, yeah? Denethor. Control 1 all provinces, yeah. Okay, whatever happened, we got +1 control everywhere from natural tendency, which is very much appreciated. Makes it slightly easier to keep things from falling apart. We're still losing it badly everywhere, but now we are looking at maybe 20 turns before rebellions happen, and we have multiple holes in... Perhaps we should build obelisks next, but our income dropped to 3k, it used to be 4k not long ago. So maintaining good income is also important. How about we just build another... what do we build, guys? What do we build? Expanding resources would also be great, but resource buildings are here, 6 turns away. Well, in fact 10 turns away. It's more important to get tier 2 units organized, yeah? Okay, Lebanon has no food. That is not ideal. Perhaps we should build a farm here. You can import food from provinces, from neighboring provinces if you're in a deficit, yeah? But it causes further control loss, so we'd rather avoid that. Every province should be food self-sufficient. Lamadon also has no food, and we'll spend some to upgrade this center into whole, yeah? Not so good. So this becomes the biggest priority right now. Let's expand this, Emil of Melui, and build a farm. And with 800 we can't really do anything else. Perhaps it's time to grab another unit here. What I'm afraid of is we can't see Mordor, and we might become complacent and decide not to invest further into military. But that is a losing proposition. Perhaps now is the time to bulk up and maybe even take Minas Morgul. They are nowhere to be seen. Are they at war with anyone else? They are not. Dol Guldur, undiscovered faction, tributary. Wonder where they are. Either way, we are asking for trouble if we just delay recruitment any longer. In theory, we are still the strongest. Mordor is the 3rd strongest and Rohan is the 2nd, but differences are tiny. And I think a lot of our strength rating comes from just the garrisons all across our empire, yeah? I think they all add up to strength rating. Whereas where it actually matters, we don't have that much. So even though on paper Mordor might appear weaker, because they have fewer provinces and smaller garrisons, their field armies are probably significantly stronger than ours. So what we're going to do is recruit more. Right now Osgiliath has 10 units in the garrison and 6 with Boromir. That is enough to comfortably beat a full stack, but that's not the case in Caer Andros. Gondor must stand, indeed. Going to grab Gondor Bow Militia, ×2. It's cheap and effective. It's an ordinary bowman, but ordinary bowmen can score 200 plus kills in an ordinary battle, while taking no losses, unless they are under fire. A decent unit. Not much else to do, so let's press on. Oh man, we've not seen this coming. We are under brutal attack by Corsairs. What do they have? Caravan Escort. We don't see what these guys are. Corsair Marines. This is like a strong stack. 1300 men. We have 1000, so they have significant advantage, and our guys are crappy militia. We did not pay attention to them. That is not so good, man. Can we auto-resolve this? We're probably going to lose, yeah? The balance of power is slightly to their favor. We need to fight. We need to find a way. Alright, at least we get good weather. Oh, our seas are beautiful. Look at the color of this water. Amazing. So what are we defending? We have an inner fort inside with some ruins of ancient temple by the looks of it. This looks very much like Greek style, yeah? So Gondorians were Greeks, ancestors of Spartans most likely, yeah? What is this? Caravan Escort. Good that you can see their stats. Look like crappy unit, but with big health, so it will take a while to wipe them out. What's their missile block chance? 13, yeah? So they have low block chance, which means we can... well, first of all we need to destroy this cavalry, yeah? It's gonna crack on through the nearest entrance you can see, which is here. And we happen to have a couple of spear units, so gonna put one here and get rid of them. And I think we have enough time to also flank them with the other spear unit and recharge them, yeah? Catch them and destroy between two our spears. Whichever entrance they attack, we'll go with the other spear, because this is the second closest, and attack them from rear. And we're going to put one archer here to trim them as they approach. Next, we have a swordsman, which we're going to keep here. And the second bow, we have some barricades you can use, yeah? But they are facing to the sides. Ideally, we'd like a barricade here. All barricades do is just give you very nice boost to reload. Which means archers can unload their ammo much faster. We can either defend here on this one or here on this one. They are facing the sides. I'm going to go with how they are positioned, which means these three will just land on the beach over here and will come through here, which means this barricade makes more sense, yeah, than the other one, because these three are going to crack on right into the port by the looks of it, yeah? So you, buddy, going to man this one. Need to activate it first, yeah? Cancel this and activate this. Yeah, this one... in fact, you know what? This one is also facing this side. Maybe we should be defending further out, because if they are landing on this beach here, this also gives us the benefit of not being flanked that quickly by the guys that will be landing in the port. Okay, how about we just defend this one then? Probably makes the most sense after all. Yeah, I like that. Get in here, buddy. Might need another unit to protect him, but we only have a few and far between. And we need to be defending the main entrance too. So this is what we're going to do. Focus these three on wiping out their cavalry and then rush them to the port to intercept whatever lands, while this archer will hopefully deal significant damage to the guys that will land on the beach. And we also have one crappy tiny ship. Light ramming ship. Devastating ramming. Okay, so he's actually pretty good at that. Ah, this is a Greek style Greek fire. That also ties in with the Greek ruins, yeah? This is a further proof that Gondorians are Spartans. Okay, so what we're going to do with him? Just ram the general, yeah? He happens to be isolated, and the other groups of ships, 3 each, have javelin man, yeah? Among them. So if we get close, we'll get obliterated, but we can absolutely go after their crappy general, just deploy as close to him as possible. It might take multiple rams to sink him, so we need to start as soon as we can, yeah? And press on, let's do it. Move, buddy. And we want to be ramming him to the side for these Greek fires to actually activate, yeah? What's the cavalry doing? He presses on. Okay, so you, buddy, start moving. And you are going to be shooting him, yeah? Should be in range very, very soon. Going to come here, yeah? Fast. Yeah, he's simply attacking. He's not overthinking it. Not at all. Okay, buddy. Turn back. Switch to ramming and ram him to the side, fast. We don't outnumber the enemy. We messed up because we didn't turn the ship on time. By the looks of it, the ships are very slow to turn. So instead of ramming him to the side, we missed that opportunity. Anyway, just try to chase him now. How's the spearman doing? Lost a few men by the looks of it. The other guy is almost behind them. They haven't lost many men because they have so much health. Just gonna bring this guy here and only then charge once we are all in the position. Buddy, crack on after the general. Hit him. And charge. Let's see how we do. Looking good, looking good. He's wavering, down to 50 men and losing men fast now. Excellent. And the archer's going to get inside, yeah? Press on. How is our small ship doing? Oh, landed a hit, but it didn't do anything. Looks like the general will be landing on the beach here. That's not so good. Did we use the first Greek fire? We did, but we barely did a thing to him. Also only lost 10 bodyguards. Try to ram him again. See what we can do. Okay. The lower bar is the ship health, and the upper bar is the crew health, yeah? So we killed a little bit of crew and slightly more of the ship, but it's very, very far away from... Okay, the guy is running away. Still killing him. It's down to 19. They'll get a few more kills. They'll lose a few more men because of the arrow towers, but they might still come back. Would be good to actually shatter them. Buddy, just keep chasing the admiral and ramming him. Okay, another hit. What? Look at this. Almost half of the ship health is gone, but it's still a very long way before we actually sink it. We might not have enough time. Come on, do it again. Oh, they are all jumping from the impact. Excellent. We did half of the job here. Still a long way to go. The cavalry is shattered. Excellent. You can now bring our spears in here to the beach. These guys will be landing first by the looks of it. General is mostly done. We need another few rams though to actually finish him off, yeah? Press on. What will happen now? They bumped into their own ship, yeah? Another brutal hit. Look, we might actually be able to make it. Press on, buddy. Even though we kinda misplayed the first ram. Yeah, 2 more and he's done. He can't move because of that other guy. Come on, keep ramming him, yeah? 1 more potentially, 1 or 2. Sinking general is going to be devastating to their morale. We need 1 more, but he's stuck in place. This is perfect for us. We can just keep ramming him for free, yeah? And this should be the last one. He still can't move because of this other ship from their party. Yeah? Keep moving. Keep attacking. Press on, buddy. 1 more? Really? Then do it. And what happened? Ship should be gone, yeah? Why is he still around? Yes, it's gone now. Beautiful. Okay. The other archer, come closer, yeah? And you guys, come closer too. Wait, we need to wait these guys land before we attack them. They are javelin men. They are very dangerous once they unleash their ammunition, but if we can catch them and hammer them with our infantry, this should be pretty good. So pull back a little bit for now and go after them once they start landing. They are also first in line to land, which is perfect. They also have javelin men here, that's not so good. Can we try to ram them again? And what's the crew here? The crew is crap. Also suffered some damage on the ship from ramming, but it's not the end of the world. Maybe we just put this archer on the wall. I think so. We could have attacked these archers, but it's too late now. Put our guys on the wall here. And bring our infantry. Get 1 sword and 1 spear to chop these guys down. Yeah, press on guys, fast. We might have enough time to destroy these corsairs. Or do we set a trap for them? Wait for them to come here and then attack them. No, we should attack while they are here, on the beach. And then just pull back before these guys get organized. So you get there from the other side and you attack from here. Okay, we are shooting, that's good. Buddy, you need to hold the fort. And the 2 of you just keep chasing this guy. Oh, we're going to be shooting these spears from the brutal barricade. This should be absolutely devastating. Are we going to catch them or not is the question. Why are you going this way, buddy? Not exactly what we wanted. You should be chasing them. Why did you stop? We're fighting in melee, yeah? We are, okay. Let's see what happens now. Also shooting these guys, but they are not taking heavy losses. And you guys should be shooting the marines, yeah? They are shaken. If we can get a flank charge on them, that would be very much appreciated. Remember the general is gone. Buddy, you are pretty useless here, yeah? Maybe ram this one. It's not like you're gonna do much, but you can try. These guys are losing men fast. Buddy, flank charge him. Press on. He's shaken. Now is the time. This guy losing men fast. We killed 40 with archers and the tower, but the tower is about to burn. We're going to break this marine. He's still only shaken, but now losing men from the spearmen too. And he's constantly under fire from archers. Excellent. These archers are loading ammunition fast. This guy lost almost 40 men already. But they now have spears here. Man, why they are holding on for so long? Try to ram him. We are under massive archer fire ourselves. Tower is ashes and this guy is down to 129 guys. Okay. Marines wavering, finally. Just need to keep pressure on for a little bit longer. But look at our losses. They are absolutely horrific on these crappy militias. We have 1 spear unit left. Just keep shooting this guy over buildings, yeah? If we can't break him, he's still wavering. He's so tough, this guy. Man. I don't think we can win this. Not by the looks of it. It's not really going well at all. Okay, he shattered. Excellent. Sword, you're going to chase the archer, yeah? And the spear, you need to come back here. And stop this guy. You need to abandon this barricade. Actually, he's going the other way. Excellent. Forget about him. Just chase the archer, both of you. The guy is going the other way. This is brilliant. And you should be shooting him too, yeah? You and you. Just keep shooting him. The spear is needed here after all. Press on. The guy is shaken. 115 of them. If we can kill a few more. Also, if you can pin these archers in melee. Wonder what their stats are. Probably gonna get wrecked. Our guys are a tiny unit. Why are you going here? What's this? Pull back. You're supposed to shoot them, not go into melee. Insubordination. And buddy, are you shooting? They are down to 115. We're not really doing much to them. At least we chased away the archers. So they lost 2 out of 3 ranged units, yeah? Buddy, you need to pin these guys. Are you shooting at all? You're shooting but not really using much of ammunition at all. Leave this barricade and start hammering that guy. He's going to rear charge us. This is going to get really ugly. Need to move this guy fast. Buddy, get out of here. What is this lag? Okay. Oh, we shattered them. Beautiful. Switch to shooting these spears, yeah? You too. And you come back here. How are we doing in this melee? Losing decisively. Not so good, man. Did we catch the archers? We're still chasing them. Okay, keep chasing them then. And you keep shooting this guy in the back. He's shaken, down to 170 guys. These units are stronger than ours. We are losing decisively against them. But we are also massively shooting them. This spear is needed here, yeah? Come back. Shaken, 160, 150. It's a long way to go. And this brutal marine is coming. He's the most dangerous of them all. Switch fire to him if you can. You need to trim him. And you help your buddy out. And you should be also... Ah, the guy just broke. Not so good, man. Shaken. Attack him. Maybe you can break him. It's not all lost yet, but it looks very, very bleak indeed. They have 4 healthy units. To our 2. To our 3. And our archers are almost out of ammo. Shoot this marine, yeah? Wavering. Just, you know what? Focus fire on him. If we need to break him, yeah? Once this guy starts shooting us with javelins, we'll be in gigantic trouble. We need to break him, so we don't need to worry about him anymore. We have 145 spears, winning decisively. This is looking good, but we need to break this guy. Do we have flaming shot? Okay, we did. Excellent. Press on and attack this marine now, yeah? Switch back from flaming to standard. He's shattered. We don't need to chase him. You, buddy, just attack the marine, yeah? Or, in fact, you know what? Hide here behind the buildings. And the 2 of you hammer the marine. How is the swordman looking? The archer is faster, so they are getting a few volleys out every now and then. So the sword will get crushed. But we can use this time and trim the marine a little bit. This guy is staying put, and they are... We should land with our guy too, yeah? Come here. Yeah, fire is obviously very bad. We are losing morale because of this. The sword broke? Yeah. So the archer will now come back, because he's very far away. We should keep shooting the marines, yeah? And killing them faster now. Excellent. They have deadly javelins. So if we can keep them doing nothing, we might break them. Shaken. Once they start wavering, we switch to flaming shot. For some reason, this guy is just staying put. Buddy, you are supposed to be landing here, yeah? Shaken. Losing men real fast now. This is brilliant. They started moving? No, they are just repositioning. They are just guarding this entrance for some reason instead of cracking on. Just keep shooting them, guys. This is working perfectly. Stay put with the spears. We're down to... Oh, now is the time. Switching to flaming shot. Flaming shot is lower damage. Maybe we don't want that. Maybe we actually... Get one volley with a flaming shot, yeah? This is causing morale penalty. And switch to normal shot. No, they didn't break. They are still waving. So they actually shattered. Excellent. Stop shooting them. Stop shooting them. Don't waste ammunition on them. We still have archer and the spearman to deal with. So... Go back. The game is very laggy in this settlement battle for some reason. Doesn't happen in vanilla. Oh, we have no ammunition? Why is that? Why can we not shoot this guy? Boss, what is this? The archer is coming back. We are not too worried about that. Your buddy was supposed to land, yeah? Why can we not shoot? Boss at the ready. Get in range and shoot him. Desert spears. Are they still disembarking? That's why they are not moving. They are shaken, huh? Soldiers of Gondor, hide here. Yeah, we can't target this guy. It looks like the game is bugged, yeah? Because we can't target them, we can't be shooting them. That's why they didn't move, yeah? Looks like the game thinks they are still disembarking. Can we attack them with a spearman? No, we can't. They are untargetable, yeah? They are stuck here. If we can break the archer, we might win it because the other guy will break. If not, we might need to let the timer run down. Because we can't target this guy, we can't attack him. He's... the game is bugged. He's doing nothing, yeah? He's just standing here. Untargetable. Guys, are you shooting him? 168. Shaken. You hide here. And you hide here. The other guy is stuck, so we don't need to worry about him. Now that we have general bodyguards behind him, we can just crack on and pin him. The game is bugged, yeah? Our archers can't shoot, and... Yeah, he'll just be running away to the edge of the map. Man. And this guy is stuck as well. Well, this is beta, so behavior to be expected. Gonna... go after him with archers too. Let's hope we can actually catch him. If not, we'll just pin him to the edge of the map and wipe him out there. Of course, we are leaving the settlement undefended, and there's still a guy on the beach, but let's face it, he's not moving. The spear is moving now. Got unlocked. That bodes badly for us. We are about to catch the archers. Let's see if our guys can actually beat them in melee. Why are you not running, buddy? Crack on. Oh, this volley was devastating. But they are now pinned against the edge of the map, so they can't do much. How are we doing now? Combat even. Not scoring many kills, and these are crappy archers who should be obliterating them. What is this? Guys, you're fighting archers, how can you be losing? Man, you're going to lose this, really? Well, other units are almost here. Shaken, wavering, okay. Bring the general here. The other guy is really close, so we need to slow this down and start moving with archers, yeah? Keep shooting him. Guys, you need to pull away, fast. You attack them. Archers, pull back.
Enemy is attacking our general!
Yeah. We caused this. Slow it down. Go in two separate directions, yes? So this guy needs to pick where he wants to go. Is General at least going to win this? Losing slightly against archers. What is this, guys? How is it even possible? This guy got unstuck right on time. At the worst possible time for us, yeah? Get the volley into his back. Shaken. Shaken but not breaking. This is not looking great. Barely killing anyone. Okay, you're out of ammo? Then pile on here. We're going to lose our general on top of everything. At least they are chasing this guy, which is not too bad. Buddy, pile on, fast. These archers are amazing. What is this? They are so good in melee. We're going to lose this. Going to absolutely lose this. Go into skirmish mode and just go to the edge of the map. Shaken, huh? Wavering. Okay, we crushed them. That's good. Go back to the city and you start making your way back too. We have two archers without ammo. Get the volley on them and get out. And they have 160 spears. Need to lure them towards the towers, yeah? Our guys are fresh, yeah, because they have barely any armor, so they are fast. Okay, start moving away. Lure him towards the tower. Tower is not shooting, another bug. Oh, he's shooting now, good. 162. He's trying to burn it. Going to attack him in melee. Or maybe not. He's after us now, pull away. Run away, let him take beating from the tower, yeah? He's coming back, then we come back. Attack him again, and pull back. Shaken, 140. Pull back, 130. We are losing men much faster if we attack him like this, yeah? So we're not going to. 135. Man, so many of them still left. Tower's not doing a good job. It's killing one man every few seconds. We have two more, yeah? So we need to lure him towards the other one. This tower costs him like 35 guys. Ooh, keep running away. He's going after you, just lure him to the other tower, yeah? Come here. 128. Still a long way to go, yeah? Tower, shoot. 119. It's not an ambush, don't panic. He's going after us, which is excellent. He's ignored the tower, which means we can keep shooting him, down to 117. I'll see what he does after he takes it over. He's going after the guy that is shaken. Okay, he's burning another tower, while losing men, good. And you take the victory point back. 114. We're barely killing anyone here. What is this, guys? 108, that's better. Few more shots, yeah? The morale of these guys is through the roof. And we only killed like 20 of them with the arrow tower. Each time they burn it. Get here. The crappy luck again. What is this? Okay, he's after you. Lure him towards the third tower. And you come here too. Okay, he's attacking the tower. We're going to attack him now, yeah? See how we do. He's shaken as well, yeah? Combat even. Wavering. Okay. Keep fighting, yeah? Shaken. Unit losing. But we're also shooting him with the tower. Our guy is losing decisively. Pull back now. It's down to... Oh, crap. This is down to 75 guys and they are still fighting. They are wavering. Just attack them. Get the tower back and keep shooting him. They are down to 60. Shattered. Yes, we won. Guys, look. We barely have anything left. Amazing. The victory calls, but this was a rather close one, yeah? Wipe them out. We need to bulk up defenses of coastal cities. If they send another fleet like that, and maybe slightly stronger, I think we got a little bit lucky here. That guy was stuck on a beach for most of the battle. If not for that, we would be in trouble. But we won. Pyrrhic victory, huh? Lost almost everything. 3/4, wow, brutal. Okay, what do we do? Replenishment or money? We go for money, yeah? We'll replenish on our own. Enemy killed in battle. Lucky. Excellent. Guys, I have really bad feelings about this Mordor activity. They are nowhere to be seen, and this is very, very concerning. If they are staying put, we would much rather them attacking us every now and then, getting wrecked, yeah? Rather than concentrating force for a long time and then coming with a one absolutely devastating attack. How is our garrison looking here? Garrison is in tatters, and we can't say how much they have left. But we need to pop a general here and also fix these buildings. As much as it's expensive, maybe they'll fix themselves. This is only providing 100 gold, costing 352. I can barely see how much the bar is filled. I can't say how many turns this will take to repair. We have 3.5k. I think we need to pop a general here. A general bodyguard is going to make a big difference. Who's the best general? Yeah, this guy, yeah? He's also like a companion. We can get him for free, although the bodyguards themselves will cost a lot. Knights of the Silver Swan. Look at this very heavy shock cuff. Now we are talking. Yeah, the upkeep is ridiculous, 500 gold per turn. But this guy, man, this guy can absolutely obliterate. We need to pay for him. These guys are free. Any good? Yeah, they're pretty decent. It's, how many of them? 110. Yeah, they should beat these crappy spears. Just get him, at least for a couple of turns, until we get our garrison back. And should we repair them or wait for them to repair on their own? It's hard to say. Yeah, we are prepared for battle, man. The enemy is not coming, that's the problem. It's really concerning, man. It's really concerning. I finally can see them now that you have a general here. They don't have much left. If they attack again, they get wrecked. And if they attack elsewhere, we have healthy garrison. But we need to be paying attention to what they're up to. If we see another fleet approaching, we need to wipe it. We need to get ready, because we got caught off guard and got lucky here. Are Druedain any more likely to trade? Non-aggression low, trade low. No is the answer. And these guys, Harondor, going down by 2 per turn. They'll declare it's only a matter of time, and then we're in trouble again. But can they even cross the river? This is the question. We might need a fleet here after all. Ships are probably quite expensive. I wish there was a unit browser so we could actually see how much they cost in upkeep, because if fleet is cheap, then it makes sense. If it's expensive, then maybe not. Okay, 3.5k in a treasure. What do we do with it, guys? What do we do? I don't necessarily think we'll benefit from more units. If they come with 2 stacks, we'll be in trouble anyway, but we have enough. We can shift some units over to where they are most likely to attack. But if they come with like 3 stacks, we are done regardless. And if they attack with 1 stack, we should be fine, yeah? I don't think bulking up defenses right now is on the other hand, if we concentrate, yeah, we have quite a few units. We could maybe take Minas Morgul. 7 units in the garrison, huh? Is this the time? Is this the time to strike? You can build another hole in Lamadon, and this will we need one in here in Londgalen too. But Lamadon is more important because it probably borders more other provinces, yes? So build it here, giving us 1200 gold, huh? Not a lot, not a lot. We have increased food from autumn harvest, yeah? Because we, by the looks of it, yeah, food 40 everywhere. Control waning. Look, we get massive penalty to everything. Oh, that's not so good. And this will keep waning because we don't really have any good way to stop this from happening, yeah? Okay, we're also losing control because of devastation here. So maybe this is an argument to fix the buildings. Yeah? Start with these 2 as they make more money. And that essentially means we have no funds left. So we are going to press on. Alright, the crappy leftovers attacked us again. They miraculously got a new admiral that just popped out of nowhere on a fresh, brand new ship. But we are ready. We have more men, and we have a fresh general too. And we have more archers as well, which means we are slightly favored in auto-resolve, which means we should take protective stance to preserve our men. We have more archers, so this should be beneficial to us, yeah? Do it. Nice. Although 250 guys lost is absolutely brutal. But we did preserve archers, yeah? That's most important. They are the most valuable in the defenses. Going to loot the battlefield. They only lost 2 units. They might come back another time, but we'll just get a fresh general, yeah? Let them off the hook. Okay, we have population surplus in Anorian. Excellent, can build something new. But not in Minas Tirith, so we might want something here. We'll see. Got heroic victory. Duinir. Leveled up. What do we get, buddy? What do we get? Okay, so the only follower that applies if he's off the campaign map, and he will be off the campaign map because his bodyguards are depleted and we have better generals. Scholars of Numenor. 3% research rate. Not a lot, but better than nothing. So give it to him. And let's put someone else in charge. Who's the second in command? Hirluin. He's free. Oh, we can see a loyalty here. But it's not on this screen, yeah? It's nowhere here. So it's a little bit confusing. Does loyalty actually apply here or not? Because I would expect it to be shown on this main screen, as well as this one here. Show details. Details only show influence. So my assumption is loyalty has been scrapped. And this is just the artifact that is showing on the replaced general screen, yeah? Gonna put this guy in charge. He's free. We don't need to pay for new bodyguards. I think that every single one that we have available now is locked in the crappy bodyguards, the spearman ones. We need to pay 600 to get this brutal calf, so just gonna go with this guy, yeah? Go for the free option. Soldiers of Gondor. Oh, can grab a merc. Should we grab a merc and attack these guys? Maybe get even 2 cheap mercs. What's the cheapest here? 175, huh? Get farmers, but this is a joke. Are we going to make more money from wiping them out? Definitely gonna win a battle, so can get another 3% research rate. Let's actually try that. Grab this crappy merc and attack them, yeah? See what happens. Oh, look at this. They run out of luck. Crappy cursors. Gonna be aggressive here, yeah? Because we have melee units. Crack on. Nice. Full wipeout. We only lost 12 guys, and we make more money than we spend on the crappy merc. Excellent, that was worth it. Okay, buddy. I'm going to disband you, yeah? But before we do that, yeah, there are no other cursors inside. Let's promote you first, yeah? Oh, the army also leveled up. What do we get here? Defenders of the West. These banners are just a placeholder, yeah? There's no difference between them. Okay, so what do we get here? Morale 2 against orcs, huh? Wasteland or steppe terrain would be... Do we see what terrain is if we hover over it? Grassland. Okay, we can see that. So what is this? Grassland, huh? And here, a wasteland. Okay, Mordor's wasteland, we are on a grassland, by the looks of it. Okay, back to the army then. So the guy is going to get Scholar, yeah? There's nothing else that makes sense for the general that will only be occasionally in command. So get this, merc out, and how about the army? Upkeep cost minus 5% for fiefdom units. Which are what exactly? How do we know? Okay, so professional soldiers are all the Gondor swords, spears and the likes. Gondor bow militia, huh? Are these fiefdom units? That's hard to say, yeah? It doesn't say anywhere on the unit card and we can't exactly look this up. It's a risky proposition because it could do nothing. Yeah, Gondor must stand. Okay, melee defense for professional soldiers. These are Gondor spears, swords and bows. This is pretty good. And morale for militia. Okay, this is useful. Easterlings. We don't fight Easterlings. Okay, I like this one. Moon Banner of Ithilien. 5% ammo and 5% ambush chance. Everything else is too specific, only affects some units. And ammunition we can always use. We have plenty of archers, yeah? So gonna get this. Now, let's disband this guy. He's costing us too much while providing nothing. Just gonna stay put. Okay, anything changed diplomatically? Rohan still loves us. These guys, Druedain, they still are indifferent. Perhaps it's time for a little gift to see if this changes the situation. Because if we can start trading with them, that would be quite useful. Oh, there would be no exports, yeah? We export everything to Rohan. Which also means there's very little benefit in sending a ship across the continent to meet other guys and potentially start trading with them. How much would we need to pay for a ship anyway? 600, huh? There's no one who's an admiral. Probably no one wants to be an admiral. It's a crappy job. You get seasickness all the time. Okay, forget about it. It's not the time. Plus, we already export all the resources to Rohan anyway. I'm really not happy that Mordor is not making a move. At least we destroyed a small army of Corsairs. But we need to get ready. Or we need to strike, take initiative. The problem is, we don't exactly have enough to do so. If we get close with him, he's reinforcing, yeah? This would be 6 units. Boromir could attack with another 6, and we have 4 more with Imrail. That's 16. The garrison of Minas Morgul is 7, huh? Have more than twice the numbers. Perhaps it's time to recruit more, get all the units we can this turn and attack next, because I don't want to wait indefinitely for them to make the first move. Okay, so what is going to be most useful at taking cities? Probably spear infantry, yeah? Men of Lamadon. Gonna grab 3 of them. Bro, if Mordor gives us initiative, we should seize it. So let's bulk up. Grab these 3 guys. Going to move Imrail closer. Even move him outside and set a trap. Why not? In fact, we should move him as far as we can. So he's the one attacking, because he'll be able to withdraw the farthest back if the attack fails, yeah? And everyone else will be... Okay, set an ambush, yeah? And you're reinforced by Boromir. Good stuff. And we have 2200 gold. Not a lot. And we are also losing control everywhere. So good. Not so good. Why is deteriorating so rapidly here? Character's natural tendency. Okay. We need Hall here. Fast. This is the only province that doesn't have it yet. Yeah? Going to cancel one of the axes so we can actually start Hall in Western Gondor. Do it. We have 300 left. We can't really do anything. Yeah, the units are at least 400 to higher. Unless we cancel one axe and grab 2 bows instead. Or a bowman and a spearman. Okay, numbers matter, so let's grab 3 units. And next turn we attack. We've been waiting too long. Oh, wait. Change of plans. There's a 15 stack in Cirith Ungol. We can see it because of Imrail, huh? Change of plans. Absolutely change of plans. Not gonna recruit. If they attack with 15, we'll be fine. And you buddy need to withdraw, yeah? Can you? Okay, come back here and go back into ambush. The farther the better, yeah? And see what they do. If they press on, we would be fighting a land battle. In fact, this is probably a bad idea, yeah? We only have we have 6 units here and 4 here. We would struggle to beat 15. Just gonna withdraw you, yeah? Wait, if we pass the units over to Boromir, the infantrymen, would we have better movement? It's hard to say. Just gonna get you just outside the city, yeah? On this side. We can no longer do this. Then get back. Get somewhere here, yeah? So you're not reinforcing the city, because we want them to attack Osgiliath, yeah? If they only do this with a 15 stack, we will be in good shape. Okay, so this presumably is going to fix itself over the next turn. The cost of repairing went down from 500 to 100. So hopefully it will get sorted. Where do we have the least control? Like, it's everywhere really. It's not looking so great. Minus 47 is pretty disastrous. How about Western Gondor? Should we build an obelisk here or monument? In here, yeah? Annulant for only 1 pop. Do it. Monument, yeah? Do it. And let's see what Mordor does. Move on. Oh, finally! They came! They came brutally with a 15 stack. Gothmog in charge. Okay, we are evenly matched, which does not bode well for us. We have numbers. We have good numbers. Almost 2800. They have slightly more. 3000. Just over 3k. Okay, so what do they have? Orc Workband. Pillagers, 250 men in a unit. That means these are all tier 1s, yeah? Then they have double work sentries. Haradrim Lancers. This is Shokkav. And Runic Warriors. This is some strong infantry, yeah? Probably tier 3 or maybe even elites. Looking at their numbers, yeah? And of course the general. We on the other hand have a Boromir in charge with Gondor bows, Gondor swords, men of Lamedon and double bow militia, and a garrison of 10 units with double bow militia, Gondor bowman, Gondor sword, and 6 melee militias. I think we'll be fine, but it's going to be tricky. We are evenly matched. We absolutely should not auto-resolve this. We know Sauron was gathering forces for 8 turns now, so they surely have at least 2 if not 3 more stacks that they'll throw at us next turn. We absolutely need to preserve every man we can. Let's fight. Alright, the minions of Sauron have finally raised their ugly heads. Just look at them. Absolutely disgusting creatures. Although these weapons look absolutely menacing. We are up for a tough challenge here. These guys also look scary. And this will be a menace to deal with, yeah? Wargs are very, very fast. And then Lancers. And wait, these guys also have bows, yeah? By the looks of it. And then there is the general. Where is the general? Show yourself. Why do we... Oh, here he is. Look at these brutes. They're humans. Corrupted humans. Fighting at Sauron's side. Gonna wipe them out. Every single one of them. Okay. Axes are very, very dangerous. They have massive damage and massive armor piercing. 200 axes and a 100 axes. We can tell from banners. The bows and spears less so. And obviously we need to deal with their warg sentries. They also are very dangerous because of their speed and mobility. Okay, they will be attacking through all the entrances they can see, which means here, here, maybe some of them will flank through here, but it's not given. We could defend the entrances, we could defend these choke points, of course we could, or we can defend the inner castle, inner fort, which also gives us the benefit of a barricade here. But then we give up arrow towers, yeah? What's more beneficial to us? If we defend in the inner fort, we can mount the walls here, which gives us a little bit protection from missiles. I think it does at least. Which also means we can use this barricade, man it with an archer and then pull back further out. This one won't be useful at all because if we are shooting them here, we are shooting their shielded side and also we're risking being flanked through the other entrance. So we're going to give up entrances and just defend the inner fort. But we're going to man this barricade here with one of the militia archers and only abandon it once they start to demolish it, yeah? Next, other militia archers are going to man this wall. Gondor bowmen, you guys come here and here. Now 6 archers is a lot. We would like more, but we need to handle what we have. Boromir, you buddy, need to stay out of trouble. You're too valuable. And your bodyguards are not exactly... your bodyguards are so... Just look at them. Wow. Okay. He even looks like Boromir, yeah? Good job, mothers. Very good job indeed. Okay, we have 2 Gondor swordsmen to defend the main choke points here, which is here, entrance to the inner castle, and here. There's a barricade here, so perhaps we should also man it with another archer. Although we can... we'll need to go around to withdraw the archer sitting here, yeah? So if you want to man this one, it would need to be... Wait, we can't even use this barricade. It will disappear once the battle starts, yeah? Right, so axes are best used for flanking. We will set them up here, along with maybe a couple of sword militias. The biggest drawback here is that we have no cavalry, so we'll need to deal with their ranged units using our ranged units, because we don't have speed advantage. You buddy will be defending this, and we keep the other guys inside as reinforcements. Hopefully we won't need them, but you never know. So we have two Gondor swordsmen, 2 militia spears and 2 militia swords, as well as Boromir's bodyguards defending the 2 exits here and the entrances here, and the 3 smaller units, axes and swords, to flank the enemy. Let's do it. They are not wasting time, that's for sure. Arrow Tower isn't going to do much, they'll burn it in no time at all. They also started burning our buildings. Very unfortunate, but not much we can do. But now, look at this. All these brutal archers are absolutely swarming them with arrows. Yeah, that's very sad. But our guys are already scoring kills. That is way more important. This guy has 20 kills already. And as they are swarming at this entrance, all these guys will be shooting their unshielded side, yeah? How are you doing, buddy? You have good reload now. 18 kills already. Excellent. Yeah, they'll be attacking this barricade. We'll need to pull this archer out very, very soon. It's going to take them a while to chop through it, yeah? Maybe they won't even attack it. By the looks of it, they are exposing their... No, they are cracking on. How long is it going to take for them to crush it? We are going to charge, yeah? Oh, this guy is getting absolutely crushed. Down to 100 guys already. Do we still have time? Okay, charge at them. Yeah. I don't think we can defend the barricade now. Are we in melee or are we still shooting? Looks like we're still shooting. Can we see the damage on the barricade? Once it falls, we are done, so maybe we should start retreating now. The guy got 45 kills, which is very nice, but now it's time to bring him inside, yeah? Damage 70%. Looks like we did it on time. How is our swordsman doing? Losing decisively? What is this? Guys, you are Gondor swordsmen. Come here. You guys are not shooting, yeah? Oh, you are not shooting. Then reposition. Need to bring more men, yeah? Not Boromir. Bring the double spear against their lancers. You reposition and you'll be shooting the blob, yeah? Orc pillagers, low threat, attack them. Guys, I would like you to be shooting the sentries, yeah? You too. You, in fact, shoot whatever you want. How is the Gondor swordsman doing here? Unit losing, at least not decisively anymore. Shoot the horses, yeah? And you guys going to flank them, but stay hidden for now. And you, buddy, should be shooting the sentries. Sentries are very, very important to wipe out. How are we doing here? Pillagers are shaken, our guys are winning decisively, excellent. Gonna send one of these guys around to maybe flank charge this guy, yeah? Sentries down to 86 and 77. We're not doing much to them. Okay, we now have 3 units defending this. Are all our archers shooting? This one isn't. Why is that? Buddy, shoot the sentries, yeah? Don't waste time. Time is of essence here. This sword is now losing decisively again. Not so good, man. Going to flank charge them. Press on, guys. Sentries down to 44. Excellent. And these are down to 70. Good job, man. Good job. Good job, guys. One of them was supposed to go around, but he piled on instead. Come here, here, and here. Oh, we won here. Beautiful. One of you chases him. No, the crappy guy. You chase him, and Gondor's sword is going to attack this. In fact, there's no point. Go back, guys. If he comes back, we deal with him again. There's only 50 of them. Soldiers of Gondor, get behind these guys, and you'll recharge them. Looks like we dealt with the sentries here, so you guys switch to shooting them. And this is orc rubble, yeah? Get behind them nicely, and you start shooting the archers. These guys are just standing here, that's good. Okay, looks like that one is going to come back. Bring another militia here to reinforce. Guys, what are you doing? Pull back. Charge at them. Recharge them. Maybe they'll break. In fact, if anything, we are breaking here. Buddy, why did you leave the post? It's the archer who's supposed to pull back. Guys, you come here. A recharge should work wonders here. Although these guys disengaged, so we are taking heavy losses now. Not so good, not so good. Guys, are you at least winning? Combat even, huh? Not so much, not so much. First of their guys broke. Beautiful. Are you guys shooting? Both of you are. Excellent. Pile on here. You two. And you guys should be defending the entrance and not just bumming around on the side. You pile on here. Big orc is back. Attack him. You and you. The orc rebels are right behind it. Right in at the bottom of this wall. So keep shooting him, yeah? Oh, you're out of ammo. Then pull back. And you keep shooting them. Some of their units broke. Good stuff, guys. Good job. We are attacking them from the rear, which should be pretty painful for them. Pile on. You reinforce. Okay, we crushed that guy, excellent, but now we have exposed flank here. You guys need to come back. You need to fight this guy off, yeah? Countercharge him. This is going to be pretty brutal for us. You're out of ammo too? Pull back. Who still has ammunition? This guy. Just keep shooting them, yeah? Going to attack these pillagers. They are shaken. You guys still have ammunition and you're shooting. Excellent. Okay, you guys recharge them. You here, and you keep fighting this orc off. And let's have a look at this. These guys have 200 axes and we don't exactly have a lot of armor. What a slaughter.
The enemy are losing their advantage.
About time, excellent. But this is their general. Everyone focuses on him, shoot him as well, surround him. You attack this warband, and you guys go after the archers, yeah? Here and here. They are wavering, we don't need much to break them. In fact, maybe it would have been better to just shoot them instead. This archer still has ammunition. Try to land a couple of volleys on the guys that are breaking, yeah? We are not going to catch these guys, it's pointless, just come back here. We need to ooh, this guy's coming back, then pile on him. How is the general looking? We have 6 units hammering him. Maybe shoot him instead. You still have ammunition? Get a volley on him. Okay, crush this guy. Another guy coming back. Buddy, you get a volley on him. He should break, hopefully. Their general is down to 40 men and shaken. He's surrounded from all sides. Excellent. Soldiers of Gondor, shoot here and here. Okay, the general broken. Excellent. This should be our victory now. Crush these guys. They have one archer who's still fighting. Yeah, guys, get out and start the pursuit. They broke. We are going to chase them and finish them off. The decisive victory, excellent. 650 men lost, 2700 wiped out. Not too bad, they did not get away with much. Looks like archers scored really nice kills, excellent. Okay, what options do we have? 4% replenishment does not... Oh, we lost Gondor swordsman, no. This will be so tough to replace. Very unfortunate. Going to grab 1000 gold from this. I don't think we benefit much from replenishment. So just go for money. Gothmog wiped out. Good. Very good. And Boromir leveled up. Beautiful. We'll wrap it up here. Subscribe!